As we begin, imagine a quiet workspace filled with the soft scent of fresh wood, gentle light falling across a table, and a few simple tools resting nearby. In this peaceful setting, something magical happens when raw wood meets human hands. Welcome to WOW Decor, a place where simple pieces of wood become stories of love, creativity, and opportunity, and where every handmade object begins with heart before it ever becomes decor. Today we're diving into the warm and inspiring world of wood art gifts made with heart, a space where creativity meets purpose, and where even the smallest offcut of wood can turn into something meaningful, beautiful, and even profitable. Whether you are here to relax, to learn, or to dream of creating something of your own, this journey is for you, because wood is not just a material, it is a memory waiting to be shaped, and every gift made from it carries a feeling that no factory-made item could ever replace. A simple block of wood that once stood as part of a tree becomes a canvas for imagination. It could become a small vase, a heart-shaped ornament, a rustic picture frame, or a charming decorative piece for someone's home. Each cut, each curve, and each smooth sanded edge adds emotion to the piece, because when you create with intention, the wood seems to remember it. This is the soul of wood art gifts, not just how they look, but how they feel, how they carry warmth, and how they connect people to something real. What makes wood art gifts so special is their ability to speak quietly but deeply. A handmade wooden vase on a shelf tells a story of patience. A carved wooden heart on a desk reminds someone that they are loved. A small decorative bowl made from leftover wood carries the idea that nothing should be wasted, that beauty can be found even in what was once thrown away. And that is where the magic of accessible craftsmanship truly shines. You don't need expensive machines or a giant workshop to create something wonderful. With simple tools, creativity, and care, even scraps can become something people treasure. And this is why wood art is such a powerful creative business. It allows anyone, from a beginner to an experienced maker, to transform raw material into something both emotionally valuable and financially rewarding. As you work with wood, you begin to understand its personality. Some pieces are smooth and calm, others are rough and dramatic. Some have dark grains that flow like rivers, while others have light, gentle patterns that feel soft and welcoming. When you turn these into gifts, you are not just selling an object, you are sharing a feeling. Someone buying a handmade wooden vase or a small art piece is not only decorating their home, they are inviting warmth, nature, and human touch into their space. And that is something people all around the world are searching for, especially in a time when so much feels digital and distant. The joy of turning raw wood into profitable art comes from this connection. When you carve, sand, and finish a piece, you know it started as nothing more than a forgotten piece of timber, and now it has a purpose. That transformation is deeply satisfying, and when someone chooses to buy your work, it feels like a quiet celebration of your creativity. It proves that what you made with your hands matters, that your time and imagination have value, and that simple materials can become meaningful income when they are guided by passion and care. Here on WOW Decor, we believe in that gentle, hopeful way of creating. We believe that woodcraft is not about perfection, but about heart. Small marks, tiny imperfections, and natural textures make each piece unique. They remind us that handmade means human, and human means beautiful. When you create wood art gifts, you are offering something that can never be copied exactly the same way twice, and that uniqueness is what makes people fall in love with your work. A wooden vase shaped by hand, a decorative piece carved slowly with intention, or a simple ornament polished until it shines softly in the light all carry a quiet elegance that mass-produced items can never match. As you continue to watch and create along with WOW Decor, you may begin to notice how calming this process feels. The sound of sanding, the smell of wood, and the slow rhythm of shaping something by hand can be almost meditative. It is not just about making something to sell, it is about enjoying the journey of creating. That calm energy flows into the final piece, and people who bring it into their homes can feel it. This is why wood art gifts are so powerful. They do not just decorate a space, they bring a sense of peace and authenticity into it. And for those who dream of turning this into a small business, wood art offers a gentle and welcoming path. You can start small, working from your own home, using leftover wood or affordable materials. You can experiment with shapes, styles, and finishes, slowly finding what people love most. Over time, your creations can grow into a collection of beautiful, heartfelt items that people enjoy giving to their loved ones. Whether it is a birthday, a housewarming, or just a way to say, "I'm thinking of you," handmade wooden gifts have a way of making moments feel more special. If you are enjoying today's content, if these ideas are filling your mind with creativity and warmth, we invite you to show your support by liking this video and sharing it with your family and friends. Someone you know might be searching for exactly this kind of inspiration, a gentle way to create something meaningful. And by sharing WOW Decor, you help that spark of creativity travel a little further. And we would love to hear from you in the comments. Tell us what kind of wood art gifts you dream of making, or what piece you would love to create for someone special. Your thoughts and ideas are what make this community so beautiful. As we move toward the end of today's journey, remember that every piece of wood holds a hidden story, and every person has the power to bring it to life. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to be curious and willing to try. With simple tools, a bit of imagination, and a lot of heart, you can turn raw material into art that touches people's lives and even supports your dreams. That is the true spirit of WOW Decor, turning ordinary things into something extraordinary through creativity, care, and connection. And as this warm, creative journey continues beyond the screen, the spirit of WOW Decor lives on in every small project you begin at home, in every piece of wood you pick up and imagine turning into something meaningful. Even after the video ends, the inspiration doesn't fade. It settles quietly into your mind, encouraging you to look at everyday materials with new eyes. A simple plank leaning against a wall, a leftover piece from an old project, or even a fallen branch outside can suddenly feel full of possibility, as if it is waiting patiently for your hands to give it a second life. Wood art gifts made with heart are more than just decor or products. They are moments of care captured in form. When you create a wooden vase, a carved ornament, or a small decorative piece, you are putting a part of yourself into it, and that energy is something people feel when they hold your work. This is why handmade items have such a powerful emotional value. They carry warmth, honesty, and a story that mass-produced items can never offer. Every curve you carve, every surface you smooth, and every finish you apply adds to that story, turning a simple material into something deeply personal. In your own creative space, no matter how small, you become both artist and storyteller. The wood becomes your language, and each piece you make is a sentence spoken in texture, shape, and grain. Some stories may be soft and simple, others bold and expressive, but all of them reflect the love and intention behind your work. And as your collection grows, so does your confidence, and with it, the possibility of turning this beautiful hobby into something that supports you financially as well. People all around the world are searching for items that feel real, natural, and meaningful, and wood art gifts answer that need in a gentle, powerful way. They bring a sense of nature into modern homes, creating a balance between the fast pace of life and the calm beauty of handcrafted work. A wooden vase on a shelf, a carved heart on a desk, or a small piece of rustic wall art becomes a quiet reminder that there is beauty in simplicity and value in things made by hand. This is why your creations matter, not just to you, but to everyone who welcomes them into their space. As you continue to grow with WOW Decor, you are not just learning how to make things, you are learning how to see the world differently. You begin to notice textures, shapes, and possibilities everywhere. You start to understand that even the smallest piece of leftover wood can become something extraordinary when treated with care. This way of thinking slowly changes not only how you create, but how you live, teaching you to appreciate the imperfect, the natural, and the handmade. So as we bring today's story to a gentle close, let this inspiration stay with you. Let it guide your hands the next time you touch a piece of wood, and let it remind you that creativity does not need to be complicated to be powerful. Here on WOW Decor, every small idea can grow into something beautiful, and every heart-led project has the potential to touch lives, including your own. Until we meet again, keep crafting, keep dreaming, and keep turning simple wood into art made with heart. Wood art gifts carry a quiet kind of magic that fills a room long before anyone speaks, because they are not just objects, they are moments of care shaped into form. And when someone holds a piece of handmade wood art, they are holding the time, patience, and love that went into creating it. In a world filled with fast, factory-made items, wood art gifts feel like a gentle pause, inviting people to slow down and appreciate something real. The grain of the wood tells a story that no printed pattern ever could, and every curve and texture reflects the hand of the person who crafted it. This is why wood art gifts have such a powerful emotional presence, because they connect people not only to nature, but also to the human touch behind the work. When you begin working with wood to create gifts, you quickly realize that each piece has its own personality. Some are smooth and calm, others bold and dramatic, shaped by the way the tree grew and how time touched it. As you cut, carve, and sand, you are not just shaping wood, you are discovering what it wants to become. A small off-cut might turn into a tiny heart, a thin slice could become a delicate ornament, and a solid block might slowly reveal a beautiful vase or sculpture. This process feels almost like a conversation between you and the material, where your creativity listens to the wood's natural lines and responds with gentle guidance. And in that quiet exchange, something deeply meaningful is born, a gift that feels alive with intention. Wood art gifts are special because they carry warmth, not just in how they look, but in how they make people feel. A wooden piece placed in a home brings a sense of nature indoors, reminding us of forests, sunlight, and the simple beauty of the earth. When someone receives a wood art gift, they often feel that connection immediately, even if they cannot describe it. There is a comfort in natural materials that speaks to the heart, making spaces feel more welcoming and peaceful. That is why these gifts are so perfect for homes, offices, and even special occasions, because they blend beauty with a feeling of authenticity that never goes out of style. The joy of creating wood art gifts also lies in their endless possibilities. With just a few basic tools and a bit of imagination, you can turn raw wood into something completely unique. Every project becomes a chance to experiment, to try a new shape, a different finish, or a fresh idea. Some days you might feel inspired to make something simple and elegant, and other days you might create something playful and expressive. No matter the style, the heart of the work remains the same, a desire to create something that brings joy to others. And that joy comes back to you each time someone smiles at a piece you made with your own hands. For those who dream of turning creativity into income, wood art gifts offer a beautiful path. Because these pieces are handmade and unique, people are often willing to pay for the story and care behind them. A small wooden vase, a carved ornament, or a rustic decorative piece can become more than just a product. It becomes a meaningful gift that someone chooses for a loved one. That emotional connection adds value, making wood art not just a hobby, but a way to support your creative dreams. And because you can start with simple materials and tools, it is accessible to almost anyone who feels the call to create. As you continue to explore wood art, you may find that it changes how you see the world around you. A fallen branch on the ground, a leftover piece from a project, or even an old wooden object can suddenly look full of potential. Instead of seeing waste, you begin to see opportunity. Instead of seeing flaws, you see character. This shift in perspective is one of the greatest gifts of working with wood, because it teaches you to value what is natural and imperfect, and to turn it into something beautiful. That way of thinking often carries into life itself, reminding you that even rough edges and broken moments can be transformed into something meaningful. Wood art gifts also have a timeless quality. Trends come and go, but the beauty of natural wood never loses its appeal. A handmade wooden piece can fit into modern homes, rustic spaces, and everything in between, because it speaks a universal language of warmth and simplicity. This makes your creations not only enjoyable to make, but also easy to share with a wide audience. People from different backgrounds and styles can all find something they love in wood art, because it connects to something deeply human, our love for nature and our appreciation for things made with care. As you keep creating, you will notice how each piece teaches you something new. Maybe it is patience, as you slowly sand a surface until it feels just right. Maybe it is creativity, as you find a way to turn an odd-shaped piece into something beautiful. Or maybe it is confidence, as you realize that your hands are capable of making things that others truly appreciate. These lessons stay with you, making every project more than just a craft, but a journey of growth and self-expression. And when someone receives one of your wood art gifts, they are not just receiving a decoration, they are receiving a piece of your story. They are holding something that was once just raw material and is now filled with intention and care. That connection between maker and receiver is what makes handmade gifts so powerful. It creates a quiet bond, a shared appreciation for the beauty of something created by hand. Wood art gifts remind us of what truly matters. They remind us to slow down, to appreciate the natural world, and to value the things that are made with heart. Whether you create for yourself, for loved ones, or for customers around the world, every piece you make adds a little more beauty and warmth to the world. And that is the true gift of wood art, not just what it looks like, but how it makes us feel connected, inspired, and gently reminded that even the simplest materials can become something truly wonderful when shaped by care and creativity. Thank you for spending this time with us, for being part of a space that celebrates handmade beauty and thoughtful design. Keep creating, keep dreaming, and keep believing in the magic of simple materials. Until next time on WOW Decor Stylish Wood Vase Ideas, may your hands stay busy, your heart stay inspired, and your home stay filled with warmth and handmade joy.